Like it looks like steel, copper. And now put it in a cooling van. Carry it to one pool. You know one pool? Who knows one pool? How many of you take the ice cream? It's not that one pool. Then I now collect from the floor house. I store it, refrigerate it, take it to one pool. If I'm giving the food every month $1 here, because of that cooling system and my storage and whatever, to preserve it, I will send it to Bangkok for $10. Right? That process of cooling and freighting and preserving it, I've added value to it. That is simple calculation. So you understand? So when you take the product and you improve through a process, you sell it. Another example is how many of us know this one, the new product, you get a lot of it in no, not soya bean. Is the other one?
Debinu.
People eat it with groundnut. It's benison. Benison. Now, if for example, people are getting benison, and I go and collect it on the farm, right? And I buy sacks of it. I go to my warehouse. You know, it has a lot of dirt, it has a lot of
sand.
When I clean it, organic cleaning, which I now take to report to experts. Organic that cleaning is a value addition process. Because if I'm buying, maybe from the farm in Nasarawa, if I'm buying at 10 naira per sack, the one that I've cleaned, which is now ready for export, remove the stone, clean and so on and so forth, I'll be selling it for 100. That process of cleaning is value addition. I'll be talking more into that when I start talking about common factor in agro industry. I understand more. But you know now how to calculate yes. And how do you arrive at 100 naira? Yes, I'll show you. Now, this is the one from the farm. Right? This is brought from the farm. But to get it to this shape, I use labor. Okay? I use machines. I use storage. So all those are the other costs which I add to this one. So this is what I'm selling for. So what have I added to this to make it come to this? Nothing about. Which has gone into machines, labor, storage, transportation, and so on and so forth. That's the way to calculate along the value chain. So when somebody says value addition, it's no longer news. You understand it now. So let's move on. I don't have any energy problems. Compare with environmental degradation, air pollution. Yes, that's one of our problems. Up to today, how many megawatts are we producing? 4. You know somebody producing 4 megawatts right from the northern side up to now. That's another thing what I'm developing and understanding. Now, China. You see, those people have what China do. But another time I read some very to read. But let me just start it. It's like a very simple example. In those days, you know, those of us who do their physics, you know, the principle of thermostat is in physics. The thermostat, right? But where do thermostat now? People will use it in the house now. This side of the world. So we're not buying it in the world. The next thing is, for now made a flask with the glass. This is the same principle with that's the vacuum flask, by thermos. They now produce it and even improve on it. The first told thermos down. Thermos still remain the competing product. But where the Chinese are now going forward, how many of us now use always a steel and flask? That's only what it remains. That's only what it remains. That is where the Chinese are going ahead. Anybody giving like these items, go to the market, you not find all these Chinese people. That's the revolution. They've now surpassed, and one thing they overcame. How much glass? When you drop it, this glass is break. This C1. So I'm not saying this because when you're talking about the moving equipment, me, I believe in the mass engineering. I don't care whether you make it. Once I catch it and I change everything in our patents, the mass engineering is what most developing countries have resolved. And the minute to change the design of the product, if something is right hand drive and turn it to left hand drive, it's a product. It's not. You see, developing countries. Somebody now says, corporate technology. Yes. Once I change from right hand drive to left hand drive, like tobacco, what do they call? I'm saying all this because China did all this and promotion of rice industries, like electronics and whatever. It started in London. They were flooding foreign markets far and near. No. Why?
We need to make it more interactive than before.
Yes.
This reverse engineering we're talking about.
Yes.
Because I don't see something whereby a country will say they want to start technology from the scratch.
No, it's not.
The world has gone.
You go and start from where somebody left it. Continue.
Like now.
Out of curiosity, I took interest in what you are saying. Tomorrow, I'm bringing in the research document done by the business school and school on this thing I just mentioned. We'll see how dynamic it is. All products, all the cars, whether it's a petrol engine or diesel engine and something.
And then on the right, that I went for what I saw, I think we need to wake up. You see, like in Nigeria, let's take an example. Rice is a step.
Of course.
It's virtually in every part of the world.
Everybody is there.
So we are producing rice. Manufacturing rice, meaning producing rice in Nigeria is never our problem. But our major problem is the processing. But what I saw there is what they call synchronization. You bring paddy from the farm.
Yes.
Here, we will take like a week or 2 weeks
Before you start processing.
before even you complete one phase of the processing. There, they will pick paddy from the farm. On that same day, they will pick a bag of rice.
I'm so happy you placed this.
And then the value addition you're talking about, nothing is waste.
Nothing is waste. Even the shaft.
Yes,
We use for certificate.
the horse,
The horse.
Easy to feed, easy to make fish food.
All those things.
you see spaghetti rice, all this stuff, and those are all job creation.
Great job. I'm so happy you raised this. Even to tap on what you are raising. Continually enough. I said, which one I want to do? Okay. I mentioned, if you are going between, not by NBC, before you reach Ekudama, there is a public called Kasama Kami. I have an experimental group of cooperative women there. I do some work on that. I'm so happy you raised this. That's because we're not talking about localizing in agriculture. Now, what led me go there is this. There's a cooperative, a group of cooperative farmers, about 100 farmers producing rice for their wives. So the women have to come to the processing. We now identified that there was a problem along the production line. We were having 45% breakage. Right? Yes. So when they are processing, the breakage was for 5%. That was really where we came in to go and investigate and see how we can. Now, part of what I just said, I want to bring out what we did. You know, when you harvest the stock, if peradventure you leave it in the field overnight and it rains, tomorrow morning you start getting rust. Yes. That was one problem. Number two, you allow it to be too dry before harvesting. It start breaking. You start breaking. You lose a lot, some and eat and so on. So the knowledge gap was knowing correct humidity for harvesting. You understand? And that was the problem with farmer education. That's the second one. But that's not the head. From what he had just said, we now came in with the process whereby when you cut fresh from the farmer, we use what we call box dryers. Right? We use box dryers. I'm going to interject with this source. And it's even allow me to now go just into it. Now, what we now did was this. You have the box. Right? Right? We call it a box dryer. So this. Right. Now, we now allow you to put the wire mesh. No wire mesh now. Don't put the wire mesh inside. Okay? Which will just allow the stock to lie on it. Then you have a heat source, which is either gas fired or remove it from the stock. You know what they do? They now put it in the drum, they pump hot water on it, they drain it off, and they put it on the mat. That is not by boiling. Right? So they were ending up with those padding. When they now use machine to test it, it was breaking. Now, 45% breaking. Even though they say we don't care because those breaking tool can make it. And they are also selling to people making masa and masa. But they are losing 45%. You know what we now did? To reduce the breakage was the missing gap was the technology for parboiling. Right? So the Japanese came up with a method called there's a technology. Let me try and sketch it. What the Japanese now did, which we now introduce, was when you have the drum, the issue of parboiling is we are no longer cooking with boiling water, we are cooking with steam. Right? We have to cook with steam. Right. So when you have the drum, you put a mesh here. The mesh size is smaller than the padding. So it will not fall through. Okay? So when you put the already fresh padding here, the already shaken one, it will not drop through because the hole here is smaller than the padding. Now, you now fill this place with water. You introduce heating sauce. You boil it until it becomes steam. It will now cook all the padding here uniformly. And we notice that we reduce the breakage from 45 to 5%. So we saved 40% of whole grain rice because of that method. So what I have not said is true. Because process development comes in so that technology now becomes adaptable. If you go to National State, they are using this method. They are using it a lot. It's the Japanese that developed it. They developed this method. And they are using that.
We will need more examples using our critical area.
Of course. As we move on, I'll be giving people by tomorrow when I'm not talking about the know-how, even post-harvest technologies, we'll be now going into how do you even take care of fruits, fresh fruits? How do you take care of things like oranges, pineapples, and so on? So, how do you take care of the legumes? How do you take care of grains? Those are different areas, primary produce that we go for secondary operations. Let me very quickly move forward so that invariably I'm going to release you in good time. Now, rural agriculture don't turn to support the rural reform. Agriculture generated so much in China's world focus and had to drive price of food down. You see, when we produce enough food, prices will crash. When you don't have enough, there will be so much competition for the little. What else happened? Carbon intensive industries. Right? Now, China has what the infrastructure happens. Where they do shipment and all those things. All those things are affected. That way, this part of the industrial structure from heavy capital intensive structure avoided over concentration. Yes. They were not concentrating industries in the big cities. We had to now push industries to rural areas. That was part of what China did. China was not concentrating industries in the big cities. And, in our case, we are not taking industries to rural areas. And don't forget that industrial policy for Nigeria allowed what we call attract industries to rural areas. They are giving special concession. So that invariably, as an incentive, apart from investing in energy, we're also giving that type of people. China did not stay on low value added sectors but upgraded to industrial structure that encouraged technology transfer followed by foreign investment. China also developed strategy for promoting SMT. Let's move on. I also talked about Thailand. You can read it. But let me now move on to the future of Nigeria lies in becoming innovation-led economy. There must be decoupling of innovation strategies from mere raw material export. NUTC, the Export Promotion Council, is doing so much to ensure that most of our exports will now must have undergone some value addition. So, different byproducts, and what they said, byproducts or raw materials may also go from making other products using circular economy. The way forward. Nigeria must have purposeful and sustained professional work. Let me use the example of the what can you say now?
To form.
Let me use the case of India. When India was to industrialize, that was what they did was, they said, let us produce machine tools. So, and the issue is this: machine tools to produce what? That question was not asked. So, India produced the first set of what we call general purpose machines. Blades, drilling machines, grinding machines, power axle, and so on and so forth. All of a sudden, we found that the process, because it was not market driven. So, we must now the full effect. The market will determine what we must produce. So that's what we will explain. What now happened was, India now said, okay, let us have a free. And they had a good leader. The Prime Minister now said, look, produce for the armament industry, defense industry. So they now went to join them to produce. But in the meantime, they've already employed some hands in the machine tool industry. What do you do with those people? There was a problem, people to pay salaries. Now, what now happened was, India now took a decision and said, look, this is what I'm wearing. Yes. What's it? This one back? So now said, in the meantime, for the staff, we are already employed. We must pay them. So, the machine tool industry said, you're going to have to let us send some of our people to Switzerland. It's a home of ecology industry. So the rest of the people to go and learn how to make all this. If you go to Western market, you have about 10 people saying, Dad, I imagine how sometimes you buy resources for about 500 naira away. The landing cost, that's landing cost though. You know how much it takes to make a response. turn their homes in thousands. So India now went to the manufacture of hospitals. And the interesting thing there was that the Swiss people put them through. So today, if you go to India, the installed by Hindustan machine tool is one of the best. I remember there was a delegation that came once to Nigeria from years back. I had the gift of one of these TV instructors. Lo and behold, I did not change the battery set in 4 years. The battery that came with it, but experienced it. So they perfected it and delivery. So the revenues from that export factory was not being used to pay the salaries of those in the industry before we now started making machines to make armament. That's the armament industry. Now, the issue is leadership. That's why I'm bringing in. The president, the prime minister said, look, I'm changing the mantra. Produce for what we need from the armament industry. So, when you are making a product, and which is not required by a customer, you sell. We are going to talk more into that. Also, how to market the technologies and making sure that we are going the right direction and also driving the products. That's the other thing. To the right market where people will also want to pay for them. Then, moreover, we must correct our governance system and address the issue of greed. The issue of greed is already deep in our mantra. So we must ensure that we also make sure that we must also make sure that we correct the governance system. Anytime you export your commodities, you are, what do I write there? Exporting jobs. We are exporting jobs. So we must not export commodities anymore. Otherwise, we are taking jobs supposed to be from Nigerians overseas. Right? We must ensure that we are not exporting our jobs. We should be innovative and industrialized to remove ourselves from poverty. The more people that will get in the rural areas, the more bring it. Bring it.
Okay. Do you have a
Zero.
thing? It's okay.
It's clearing.
So we must make sure we are innovative. Innovative in the sense that we must remove ourselves or our people from poverty. Once we can bring industry to rural areas, we are already doing ourselves a lot of good. And when we bring what I call farm gate operations to our farmers, farm gate operation meaning where people are just cassava, we create process. And in fact, commodities like cassava and sugarcane are always produced and farm gate. You know what? Cassava is a very local. So when you are transporting cassava from the farm and bringing it from Abuja to process the cassava here, you are already transporting 75% water. So you process it there, remove the water, and bring the cake and produce. So we must be focused, remove ourselves from poverty. Active industry strategy will focus on agribusiness. Localized industrial zones. The African Development Bank is initiating special zones to be located in rural areas. Thank God for additional. Our own son, who is in the area people, is currently setting up a 4-7 in Nigeria. We had a workshop in the area people just 2 months ago. In the center area, that's what we said. So there are 18, and there are going to be about 12, but we are starting with 7, and one of this is going to be university. Where our local communities will now find themselves at the processing centers and to even give room for off-takers. When we produce massively, we want off-takers taking it, adding value, processing, exporting, packaging, and all of that. We should aim at lifting zones from poverty to prosperity. And all that will lead to secondary cities. Modernize agriculture, use cluster agglomeration, and use special economic zones as an integral part of the industrial. So, 10 minutes to talk. You can go to the players, and then from there, Don't catch your start point. Please, let us be popular tomorrow. We will start exactly at 9. All right? So let me also thank you for being in the good class. I'm going to at least need to dig in 6 before tomorrow morning. I'll tell you, sir, all the 20 you gave me, they are good products. All right? So let us continue this.
I'm a very good product.
Yes. So I thank you so much. You have all been in good class. So tomorrow morning, please. 9 o'clock.
Of course.
Good thinking.
Hello? Who has not signed up to me register?
Sign off.
If you don't sign,